Hello planters, how are you guys doing today? If you're new around here, my name is Ashley and I'm a soil scientist. On this channel, I take that science and I apply it to all things gardening, but also plant care. And every once in a while, I like to do a creepy crawly video, which is just for fun and to lift a bit of that science up and lighten the channel just a bit. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the rare exotic plant world and specifically the black market. You're probably already pretty familiar with Kaylee Ellen's video on this, as well as Heart-Shaped Leaves podcast on this and various other influencers who have spoke out about the black market for exotic rare plants and kind of how it's erupted in the last couple of months. But what I'm here to talk about today is actually the fact that it's been here for a really long time. And while you may not know it, you probably were a part of it at some point. And what I'm going to be doing is bringing some cases to the forefront I can almost guarantee you didn't know about, but that you may have helped enable. So this is going to be lots of fun. Again, this is for pure entertainment. I'm not shaming anybody. If you're into rare plants, I am. If you're into collecting houseplants, I am. If you are into collecting specifically some of the succulents I'm about to talk about or some of the carnivorous plants that I'm about to talk about, again, I'm into those as well. So this is not to shame anybody. This is just for general info and for everyone to understand kind of the dangers of our hobby and some of the responsibilities we need to take as indoor and outdoor plant parents. So the good news is that since quarantine, there's a lot of people that have gotten into plants, and this is actually benefiting the ecological, biological, environmental cause for plants. And the reason being is because it's actually lifting something called plant blindness. And I'm not going to talk about that too much in this video because I actually have another video coming out next Friday talking about plant blindness that actually starts off with an experiment that you guys can try with me on the camera. So I'm not going to go into that too much, but let's just say that Kaylee Ellen, Heart-Shaped Leaves, and all these other major influencers talking about plants, getting more people into plants isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's actually kind of good. And the reason being is because it's actually putting the spotlights on plants for once in our entire lives. Usually we focus all our attention to animals and a little bit less to that green stuff in behind us. So because more people are getting into gardening, because more people are getting into houseplants, there's been more attention about the plants around us. And this has caused people in some countries to actually notice that the plants are being pilfered or stolen from the surrounding areas. This was first brought to light when I actually saw a Facebook post from a gentleman from Indonesia who was asking people to be aware when they were purchasing plants online, whether that be through eBay or Amazon, because people were going into the forest of his town and neighboring areas and taking out plants in droves and literally bushwhacking essentially the forest just to sell these plants online. And the reason for this is because some of these plants go with a hefty price tag. But it's not just Indonesia, Philippines, and Thailand that are having this issue. It's actually happening in the United States and Canada as well. Anywhere that there may be a nursery or a large greenhouse that has some of these rare exotics, there's been reports of these nurseries and greenhouses actually being broken into and the plants being stolen. This has never happened in the history of the plant group. I've never heard of this being a problem. I initially started this YouTube channel way back in 2015, and back then the vibe of the plant group and the negative side of the plant group was more so knowledge wars and who knew more, kind of bullying on that aspect. But not actual crime. So this is a first for the plant society. This is probably most likely due to more people becoming a part of the hobby, but this is not a new phenomenon. Plant black markets have existed for years, pre all these huge influencers with their exotic plant groups. And I'm here to tell you today that some of these you were actually involved in. In 2016 alone, there was 220 seizures at a London airport just for exotic rare plants. Each one of these seizures included different types of plants. Just to put that into perspective for you. Also keep in mind that South Korea now has a law in place where if you decide to trade or sell or buy any rare exotic plants, you may be subjected to 3 years in prison. And if you're lucky enough to know somebody that is buying, selling, or purchasing any of these exotic rare plants in South Korea, you can actually get an $8,000 reward that leads to an arrest. So that's pretty insane. And that was actually spurred by the orchid trade in that area. Apparently there are some very famous orchids that are very rare in South Korea that people are trying to get their hands on. One of which is the lady slipper. It's the one that has the cup on the bottom, and actually in order for those plants to get pollinated, bees and pollinators will go into that cup, get trapped, and kind of move around inside of there. There's actually a lady slipper that's native to Zone 3. For anyone who's interested, who's an outdoor gardener and wants an orchid in their yard, it is the yellow lady slipper, and you can get them at greenhouses generally. And yeah, you guys could always try those out as well. They're very, very pretty. I'll insert a photo here. Anyone that's in Saskatoon area, I know Lakeshore Greenhouses sells them on a regular basis. Out of all these break-ins and all this other fun stuff, you'll be happy to know that in 2016 as well, there was 365 endangered or registered endangered plant species for sale on eBay, Amazon, and Etsy. And that was just in 1 year. So again, this was pre-COVID. The black market, which really isn't black market because anyone has access to this, existed well before the COVID era. So let's get into the 2 cases that I think probably everyone's either experienced or wasn't aware of and may have even been a part of. First one being the Venus flytrap. This one personally actually caught me off guard. I had no idea that this was a thing, but apparently there is only a small region in which Venus flytraps exist, and that is a 75-mile radius around, actually, I'm not going to tell you where it is because I don't want I don't want these to get stolen even more, but it's only 75-mile radius in the United States, a place in the United States where these Venus flytraps exist. So you can obtain permits to be able to harvest these to sell, but that is not the case all the time. Sometimes people will poach them. Poachers can take anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 Venus flytraps in a single day. What this means is there's actually a massive reduction in the amount of Venus flytraps that are found in the area. Because they only exist in one place in the entire world and literally all in the same place, 75 miles radius worth, this is an issue. The last ecological survey that was done showed that there's only 35,000 Venus flytraps left existing in the wild. So this is something that's been going on for many, many, many moons. This is not new. And I'm sure all of us, have had a Venus flytrap at one point or another, probably as a child, maybe as an adult. And next time you choose to get a Venus flytrap, be sure to check where those may be sourced from. Now, a lot of cases, Venus flytraps are now done by tissue culture, but again, you may want to look and see what the package says. The second one, also pretty concerning, is in the United States again, unfortunately, and that is a succulent in California. In April of 2019, there was 3 busts that were made, and each one of these busts turned out around 3,500 poached succulents, and they're specifically the Doodley succulent. I'll insert a photo of it here of what they look like. They are very, very beautiful succulents. I actually went online to see if I could find a Doodley succulent for sale, and they are for sale online, very blatantly out there, even though it is a known poached species of succulent. So to put that into perspective, what this is meant for California is that those plants are potentially going to be endangered. And now the markets these are typically sold in is actually China and Korea. So they aren't kept usually in North America. They're usually shipped overseas. So now that you know the truth about where your succulents and other exotic plants might be coming from, next time you decide to purchase one of these plants, you may be a little bit more cautious as to where they come from. I think that the reason that this issue has come to light in the last 2-ish weeks is because we've added an enormous amount of gardeners and indoor plant parents, and so it's kind of turned a blind eye open when it comes to plants, how much they are sold for, where they come from, etc. and so forth. While it seems like it's a very bad situation, it's been going on for years. So I think it's actually a good thing that more people are getting into plants. I think it's actually bringing a lot of awareness to how important plants are to our world, and maybe just why we may want to take care of them just a little bit better in the future. So instead of blaming the influencers for drawing too much attention to plants and causing this enormous craze, which has opened a horrible black market, take a minute to realize that the black market existed well before them. It's going to exist well after them, but it is up to us as the purchaser to direct our dollar in the direction we want this industry to go. Currently, the black market for plants is valued at about $6 billion annually on an international level. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of dollars we can speak with. So next time you're on eBay, Amazon, Etsy, or even at your local plant shop, be sure to ask where those plants were sourced from. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button down below, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.